सब्सक्राइब करें हमारे YouTube चैनल सुपरफास्ट न्यूज़ को और साथ ही प्रेस करें बेल आइकन ताकि आप हमारी लेटेस्ट वीडियो को देख सकें।
Good afternoon. I'm sure all of you all have heard the Honorable Prime Minister speak last night to the nation. He laid out a vision, a comprehensive vision. And that vision was laid out after wide and deep consultation with several sections of our society. And these discussions were held at various levels, with various ministries, and also gradually taken up to the level of the Prime Minister's office. And the Prime Minister himself has been spending considerable time to make sure that the inputs obtained are given due consideration and they form a part of the package that's being given to the country. Essentially, this is to spur growth and to build a very self-reliant India. And that's where this whole initiative is called as Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. And the word Atmanirbhar India is the one which you will be hearing me say quite often. I know, coming from South India, a lot of people wondered what it actually meant. So for their benefit, I'll just say what it means in the 4 languages, subject of course to perfectionist corrections. Suya Sarbu Bharadam in Tamil, Suya Adharita in Telugu, Suyam Asarittan in Malayalam, and Swayam Avalambita in Kannada. Subject to correction, it may not be the perfect translation, but something to take it closer to what it means. So Atmanirbhar Bharat is what we are talking about. And you heard the Prime Minister clearly say that this is going to be resting on 5 important pillars. 5 important pillars: the economy, infrastructure, technology-driven systems, demography, and demand. So if these are the 5 pillars on which we are trying to build Atmanirbhar Bharat, the focus obviously will be what can be defined as the factors of production of, in today's language, factors of production. All of us know that we've been hearing it: land, labor, capital, and enterprise. Today, we recast it, say it the same way, but then essentially referring to the very same factors of production. But in this Atmanirbhar Bharat, our focus therefore would be on those factors of production which are land, labor, liquidity, and law. So essentially it addresses issues of ease of doing businesses, ease of doing compliance and regulations being due diligence observed, and so on. And in this, the intention is to build brands. Intention is also to take local brands, and build them to a global level. So there is a global value chain integration also as a part of this vision which the Prime Minister has put before us. Certainly when he says Atmanirbhar Bharat, it is not to look inwards and cut India to become an isolationist country. It certainly talks about a confident India which can rest on its strengths and also be able to contribute to the globe, the way in which the Prime Minister rightly pointed out. The production of PPE and masks and also ventilators to an extent, has rapidly grown within these 40 days. We have the capability, we have the enterprise to build such capabilities and help the world with it. And therefore, India shall continue contributing to the globe. You've also been seeing, I'm moving away from Prime Minister's last night's speech, you've been seeing that the government being led by Prime Minister Modi, even in 2014-19 regime, was a listening, was a sensitive, and also was a responding government. And that is why I list before you the various reform-driven steps which have been successfully taken. It's important for us to recall that now. Even as we talk about building a new India, building an India which is going to be Atmanirbhar. If I were to group them into different categories and list out what has been done by this government, even in between 2014 and 19, if you were to talk about the poor, we had the DBT-based reforms, based on which today, as we look at the migrants, look at the poor, look at the lockdown in their lives and the impact it has made in their lives, the DBT enabled us to directly put money into their accounts, and they didn't even have to go to the bank to collect it. The bank mitras were able to come and deliver the money, and therefore that reform based on Jan Dhan accounts, based on Aadhaar, and based on mobile technology has brought a revolution in this country, which many countries do recall now, and many of them are not able to do it, although India is able to do it. So for the poor, the DBT, the micro insurance schemes, PM Awas Yojana, Ujjwala Yojana, again something which has made it possible for people to have free cooking gas in the last 3 months. It wouldn't have been possible to reach out to the poor to have their cooking gas given unless the Ujjwala scheme was so successfully implemented. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and Ayushman Bharat. And therefore, for the poor, during the last tenure, the several schemes which benefited were all reform-driven. If I were to talk about agriculture in the same spirit, PM Fasal Bima Yojana, PM Kisan Yojana, which again has come off handy, that we were able to front-load the money to the Kisan during this lockdown. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been possible. Creating new fisheries department, Krishi Sinchai Yojana, were all aimed at bringing reform in agriculture. Similarly, talking of business and also trying to bring in better business environment. PSB cleanups happen, public sector banks cleanup, after a heavy load of phone banking resulting in NPAs. Public sector banks recapitalization, FDI liberalization, ease of doing business reforms, which were taken down to the third level of administration governance, IBC reforms, GST reforms, and today because of the GST reforms, you're able to see what impact lockdown is having on small and medium businesses. And finally, reforms in other areas, very quickly to recall. National Highway Authority, the TOT plans, the airport privatizations, power sector reforms, which resulted in India becoming a power surplus country from shortages always. 175 gigawatts of solar targets out of 86 gigawatt has already been achieved out of that number. And cleaning up of the coal mine sector. These are all things which I would want to recall here before we talk about what we are offering in the Atmanirbhar Bharat. This is the foundation. This is the credential with which the Prime Minister has always been on the side of reform, reform for better living in this country, ease of living in this country.
नमस्कार। कोविड-19 में देश और दुनिया के सामने बहुत सारे संकट खड़े किए और इन चुनौतियों के समय में भी भारत के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय मोदी जी अवसर देखते हैं और कहीं ना कहीं पिछले कल का उनका जो देश के प्रति संबोधन था उसमें स्पष्ट तौर पर दिखता है कि आत्मनिर्भर भारत बनाने के लिए ये जो संकल्प उन्होंने लिया है, ये जो सोच अपनी देश के सामने रखी है, इसने एक नई ऊर्जा देशवासियों में भर दी है। जहां अपने घरों तक सीमित थे लोग, आज वो आत्मनिर्भर भारत बनाने के इस संकल्प में जुड़ने जा रहा है और संकट में अवसर देख रहा है। और शायद यही कारण है कि दुनिया के मुकाबले अगर भारत का देखा जाए तो इस लड़ाई में बहुत अच्छे कदम रहे। यहाँ तक कि दुनिया भर के देशों में दवाइयाँ तक पहुँचाने का भी संकट के समय में अगर किसी ने काम किया तो भारत की दवाइयों की कंपनियों ने किया, जिसमें भारत को बहुत प्रशंसा भी मिली है। यही नहीं, सबसे पहले कोविड-19 को चलते मोदी सरकार ने जो पहला कदम उठाया वो प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण योजना के रूप में लेकर आए कि देश के गरीब को भूखा ना रहना पड़े, उसको कोई दुख तकलीफ ना हो। और 1,70,000 करोड़ का ये पैकेज माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी ने आप सबके सामने रखा था। और यही नहीं, कंप्लायंस की कोई दिक्कत ना हो कि आपको कानूनी तौर पर वैधानिक रूप से कोई जो नियमों का पालन कर रहा है उसमें आप रह ना जाएं, तो उसकी भी छूट 3 महीने का मॉरेटोरियम पीरियड आपको दिया गया। फिर आरबीआई के माध्यम से भी घोषणाएं हुई जिसमें लिक्विडिटी का फ़ायदा आप सबको मिला, देश के करोड़ों लोगों को। तो मेरा मानना ये है कि रिफॉर्म्स की जब माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी बात करते हैं कि आत्मनिर्भर भारत हमने बनाना है, तो उसके 5 स्तंभ की उन्होंने बात की है, 5 पिलर्स की बात की है, जिसके विस्तार में उल्लेख माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी ने किया है। मैं एक बात इसमें और कहना चाहता हूं कि ये जो हम इकोनॉमी की बात करते हैं, अर्थव्यवस्था की बात करते हैं, पहला स्तंभ आधारभूत ढांचा हमारा ऐसा हो जो आधुनिक हो। और यही नहीं, हमारे सिस्टम जो है वो 21वीं शताब्दी में हमें विश्वगुरु बना सकें, उस लायक हम बनाएं। वाइब्रेंट डेमोग्राफी की हम बात करते हैं, युवा शक्ति को हम राष्ट्र शक्ति और राष्ट्र निर्माण के रूप में लगाएं और उनका लाभ उठाएं। और डिमांड को कैसे बढ़ाना है और डिमांड सप्लाई चेन का समन्वय कैसे बना रहे और अर्थव्यवस्था आगे और कैसे बढ़े, इसके इस्तेमाल को करने की भी ज़रूरत है। बोल्ड रिफॉर्म्स का पूरा लेखा जोखा माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी ने पिछले 6 वर्षों का दिया है। मैं यही कहूँगा, बड़े निर्णय करने के लिए मोदी जी जाने जाते हैं। चाहे वो गुजरात में आए भूकंप के समय वापस कच्छ को खड़े करने की बात हो, या आज के संकट के समय भारत में पीपीई और मास्क के निर्माण की बात हो। और कहीं ना कहीं यही सोच भारत को आत्मनिर्भर भारत बनाने जा रही है। और इस आत्मनिर्भर भारत जो मूवमेंट है, इसमें हम आप सबको जोड़ने आए हैं। 20 लाख करोड़ का ऐतिहासिक पैकेज माननीय मोदी जी ने पिछले कल घोषणा की है और प्रधानमंत्री जी ने हमें निर्देश दिया है कि प्रतिदिन अलग अलग सेक्टर्स को लेकर आप सबके बीच में आकर इसकी विस्तार में हम लोग जानकारी दें। तो माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी आपको अगली जानकारी देंगे कि आज किस सेक्टर को लेकर हम आप सबके बीच में आए हैं। लेकिन बोल्ड रिफॉर्म्स 6 वर्ष भी होती रही, अब भी होगी, जब तक भारत आत्मनिर्भर नहीं हो जाता। उस दिशा में लगातार काम चलता रहेगा।